time out on the tour.
I love Warped Tour. We always have such a great time on this tour. We look forward to it the 10 months out of the year that we're not on Warped Tour, so it's so fun. Just having all of our friends like in one place.
Oh, I can imagine. So are there any like standout bands that you've been checking out?
We always try to catch Andrew WK every day because his show is absolutely insane. And his wife is like personal trainer, so she does like a full Taibo like kickboxing routine on stage.
Wow.
Even when it's like 150 degrees outside. It's crazy.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and then like we check out the Rejects as much as possible. We're sharing a bus with the Cats, so we try to see them as much as we can. So all the popular bands.
So what can you share with our site readers about what you do?
Wait, what?
About what you do.
What can I share? Sorry, I didn't catch the question.
What can you share with our website readers about what you do?
Well, I own a clothing line. I do bracelets like these. I have like 9 million bracelets on right now. This is a collab one I did with Invisible Children. And I've expanded into doing shirts, rings, necklaces, and I'm working on a bunch of other stuff for the fall. So, and I'm at all the Warped Tour dates.
That's awesome. So how did you get started?
Well, I started with the bracelets, and you know, there's always been bracelets like forever that just like say, you know, different expressions on them and stuff. So I kind of expanded on that idea and made them bigger and bolder, and just kind of tried to cater to my demographic, which is
It's good because you see them everywhere.
It's crazy.
You know, I look around and I've seen them on like everybody's wrist.
Yeah, it's nuts. I had no idea it was gonna end up exploding like that. So it's really cool.
That's good.
Yeah,
start a little enterprise.
Yeah. Seriously, never planned. I kind of just followed my lap, so I'm riding with it. So
that's good.
Yeah.
So are there any? I guess what has been one of your favorite aspects of like business?
Being my own boss is probably the best thing about it. I've tried to have jobs, well, 2 jobs, and I've lasted the longest 3 weeks. So I'm like, I just can't work for anybody else. So the only thing I believe in is like what I'm doing. So it's really cool to have that artistic freedom and just like freedom in general to be able to, you know, make my own schedule and do exactly what I want. So it's really the best part.
So what advice would you share with somebody that's looking to kind of start like similar projects or even like a fashion line or anything?
Basically in general for anybody that's starting off anything, whether it's a band, whether you're doing photography, if you're starting a clothing line, whatever, it's just kind of believe in what you're doing and don't let anybody get you down because people are always going to talk shit and you're always going to have haters no matter what you're doing. So as long as you know what you're doing and you have a thick skin, then everything will fall into place, I think.
That's very good advice.
Thanks.
So, what kind of excuse me? Is there any other kind of art medium that you're into?
I was really into photography growing up. I thought that's what I was going to do with my life. So I'm very into photography. I write, I draw, I do pretty much everything. But that's more of, you know, an internal thing I keep. I don't really share that much with the world.
What kind of photography did you do? Did you do like band photography?
I did a lot of band photography. I did a lot of self-portraits, and then I would just do, you know, like random out snapping shots everywhere. I love it though. I love photography. I really want to get back into it.
So what's one of the craziest things that you've experienced while being out on Warped Tour?
Well, this tour, one of the girls that was working for us, it was in Houston there was the hurricane. We got stuck in the middle of the hurricane, and the girl Brittany that was working for me, she was riding around on this mini motorcycle, and she was like zipping around all the buses, and she comes out, she's like, I'm gonna go one more time. She goes and she zips around. 5 minutes later, we see an ambulance, and we're like, oh my god, like who is this for? I get a phone call, they're like, it's Brittany, you have to come right now. We go and run. She busted her head open. She ate shit, busted her head open on a wheel, like one of those huge wheels on one of the buses. She had to get 10 stitches. It was like, now it looks like a Harry Potter scar, but it was like busted open. And we had to go, she went to the emergency room with her at like 1 a.m. And luckily the drive was only like 3 hours to the next venue, or else we would have been screwed. But she's all right now. It could have knocked her eye out, or she could have freaking killed herself, so good thing she didn't.
Well, we're glad to hear she's okay.
Yeah, she's fine. She was working the next day. She's a trooper, so yeah, it was awesome.
So if we're not out at Warped Tour, where can we find access to your stuff?
All of it is on jackvanek.com, and then I sell to like a bunch of boutiques throughout the US.
Okay.
So it's just, I have like a list of them, but if you just check them out, there's a lot of them in Jersey, and a lot of them just like in this whole East Coast area.
Do you find that like after being on Warped Tour and like talking to a bunch of people that the demand goes up like each year?
It's crazy. This is like the craziest time. Like I'm getting so many offers from stores to like come in, so it's really cool because it's exactly what I wanted. Like I want to go to the boutique route rather than, you know, like very commercial kind of corporate-y, so it's going awesome.
That's great.
Yeah, I don't want anything better.
Awesome. Well, you know, is there any final message or comment you'd like to share with our site visitors at Pop Culture Madness?
If you guys are at Warped Tour, come find me, come see me. I'm always hanging out in my tent, so I'd love to meet everybody.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate